Good morning. Today we are going to do a beautiful poem by William Cowper, that is Light Shining Out of Darkness. William Cowper, a poet of the late 18th century, occupies a distinct place in English language. He is a representative of the so-called transition age, where we find a transformation from the Augustan values to romantic emotions. Gray, Collins and Blake are the contemporaries of William Cowper. They are called the transitional poets because they carried with them characteristics of the 18th century, that is stress on reason, lack of emotion, devotion to form, and medium of heroic couplet. Simultaneously, they also foreshadowed the qualities of the Romantic Revival. Cowper holds a unique place in this respect and can be ranked next to Wordsworth in his treatment of nature and emotional subject. He was basically a religious man, and his poems are work of enduring excellence. He was also a master of nature poetry and elegiac poems. His sensitiveness and melancholic temperament enabled him to create great works which are sincere and pure, though not profound. A note of sadness is recurrent throughout his works, along with sincerity and clarity of expression. The poem Light Shining Out of Darkness is a beautiful poem where the poet has implicit trust in God. He considers God as omnipotent, eternal, and mysterious. The poem is full of religious fervor and can be sung in English church service. In other words, it is a hymn employing innumerable metaphors to express the greatness and mercy of God. Cowper has composed this poem under the influence of Newton, the evangelical curate. Light Shining Out of Darkness can be called an achievement of Cowper that does not need to be a Christian to admire it. The poet extols the quality of faith and teaches the weak mortal to have faith in God. God is the unquestioned king of the universe, but he is not a tyrant or despot. He is kind and merciful. He guides us during noble works. His ways are mysterious because we humans with our weak mind can't understand his hidden intentions. God can perform miracles. As the poet says, God moves in a mysterious way. That means God does not let us know what he thinks about us, but one thing is for sure, that he thinks very good about us. His wonders to perform, he performs miracles. And we, as human beings, are beyond the understanding of the miracles of God. He plants his footsteps in the sea and rides upon the storm. God is omnipotent. He can walk on the waves of the sea and calm storms. Ride upon the storm means calm the storms. Cowper has given a biblical allusion. Jesus' followers were in a boat. There was a great storm in the sea. One of the followers looked up and saw Jesus walking on the sea. Jesus asked him to walk, and he started walking simultaneously, looking continuously at Jesus. As soon as he took his eyes off Jesus, he began to sink. This is the power of faith in God. The poet calls God a miner. Just as a miner digs deep into the womb of the earth and brings out treasures, similarly, God's designs are also deep and mysterious, which bring about bright results. The poet says, deep in unfathomable minds. Unfathomable means minds which are so deep that you cannot measure them. But one thing is for sure, that God's skills are never failing. He works his sovereign will. He works in sovereign will means God acts according to his own will. But he always thinks about the welfare of humanity. So what is important is that we must trust in the mercy and justice of God. His ways are strange. The miseries and sufferings may prove blessings in disguise because God has a divine grace to prove his point. And therefore the poet says, "Ye faithful saints, fresh courage take." We should not fear God. We should have faith and belief in God that whatever God is going to do is going to be for our benefit. The clouds that so much dread, clouds here symbolify the sorrows and the problems in our life. They are big with mercy and shall break in blessings on your head. So initially we think that God has cursed us by giving us so many problems and tensions in life. But eventually, these problems and these tensions which we are so much dreading, they break upon with mercy upon us. Now, the clouds which ultimately bring rain are the clouds which we initially think are full of sorrow. Thus, one should not be frightened by the dark clouds in his life because eventually they would bring God's blessings. Cooper advises the children of God to have faith in Him and not to judge God with their feeble mind. Because God is much more intelligent than us. Rather, he should wait with patience and perseverance for the ultimate mercy of God. When we face terrible crisis, we may complain and grudge. Yet we should understand that when winter comes, can spring be far behind? God plans for us and His plans are unfolded every hour. By making use of the metaphor of the bud and the rose, the poet tries to explain that initially we may fear the ways of God, but ultimately they are going to bloom into sweet results. All we need to do is to have faith in God. Behind every dark cloud, there is a silver lining. His purposes will ripen fast, unfolding every hour. The bud may have a bitter taste, but sweet will be the flower. So when the God does not let us know what He is thinking about us, what He has planned for us, it is like a bud. And we feel the bitter taste and we feel that God is not with us. Rather, He is planning against us. But when that bud ripens into a sweet flower, then we come to the conclusion that whatever God does, He does it for our own good. So if we try to scrutinize, if we try to analyze the intentions of God, we will fail because God is His own interpreter. Thus, we should have only blind faith in God. And if we unbelieve, we are sure to err. Sure to err means we are sure to make mistakes. Because only God can scan His own work. And if we try to scan, if we try to analyze the work of God, it will be in vain. God is His own interpreter. And when the right time comes, He will make it plain. Therefore, Professor Jasbir Jain writes, the poem is a hymn employing innumerable metaphors to express the greatness and mercy of God. The poem is religious in its tone, but gives a very meaningful message. It raises the spirit of the readers and establishes faith